and we are on collab now. What's up, everybody?
Good afternoon, everybody. The last stream for Zephyr of 2025.
'Tis true.
And doesn't that look good? Man, those transitions look so good.
Yep.
Holy smokes, look at this. It's like we're inside a drone. We're in the workings of a drone.
It was a fight to get going, let me tell you. What up, Stu?
Welcome, Stu. Looks good, though. Looks darn good.
Big strugs.
Yeah.
As you can see, because the stream didn't start when I told it to. I had to mess around with a whole bunch of stuff to get this to work correctly.
1 minute late's not too bad. For us, it's actually pretty good.
But
all things considered.
Here we are.
Right? I'm going to preemptively apologize to the stream. Also, I am fighting the head cold that is apparently going around, so apologize in advance for the sniffles. But it wouldn't be me, your co-host, Dustin Brewer, bringing in the new year without being slightly under the weather. It is known that typically this time of year, I get something. I don't know why. It must just be my open personality. But nevertheless, we will survive. Again, my name's Dustin. I'm your brand manager here at Zephyr. Joining me, as always, is the yang to my yin, Bo Van Buren. Hey, Bo.
That's me.
Good job on this whole stream revamp. Man, this thing looks really, really good.
Well, Kyle said that he wanted it to be more Zephyr themed. It's pretty dang Zephyr themed, I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty dang. And we're here, if nothing more, than to make their dreams come true.
Yep, that is true. Although now that I'm looking at it live, I have some nitpicks, but what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna? I mean, look, I'm just tickled by this. The color scheme looks great. The animation looks really good. I look better than ever.
Yeah. That's like I was telling you before we started. I was just like, I don't think you're just like, at least the Zephyr logo showing. I was like, yeah. So I don't know. It's very interesting to, see something that's been worked on for, a couple of, like, when did I start getting the stream overlay done? Like 2 weeks ago?
I think so. It's a couple weeks. Not too long at all.
But we got her in there.
Did. It
is very exciting to see.
Truly. And just in time for some really fun stuff. Like we're our year in review, looking back at 2025 when we started doing this, short that this is lucky number 13 as far as streams go.
I considered skipping.
Absolutely not. Let's embrace it. If it's good enough for Taylor Swift, it's good enough for us. 13 is going to be kind to us.
Buddy, you can't start crying as soon as we go live. That's just not how we're rolling.
I mean, we can do anything. But that being said, it's been a great year. We've learned a lot doing this, and next year is going to be just that much better. We've already confirmed several guests coming with us into 2025. One in particular that I'm excited about is the rest of our C-suite, the founders of the company. Excited to bring them on board over the next few weeks. Our friends over at SDI.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be super exciting.
I know James and Christian both are going to be very excited to come on.
Yep.
I got to figure out how to have 4 cameras going at once, so that's going to be a new challenge.
Yeah, it'll be fine. And we'll be on their podcast as well the month before that. So here in a couple weeks.
Yep.
So that's exciting as well. Bringing on our friends from Girls and Drones. So that's going to be rad. Excited to reconnect with them. And then we start hitting up the shows and going out into the world doing live broadcasts from these events like the one in Detroit.
Yep. I know that some of our sales team, I think next week or the week after, we'll be heading to Indiana. I think Brandon's going to be doing that. But yeah, other than February and on, like I think February is the last slow, quote unquote, slow month we have before we start the trade show season in full swing. We have some months that are busier than others, obviously.
Obviously.
And then it's going to be good. And yes, Stu, I know that Dustin's already said it, but we do plan on going live at some of the bigger shows via either our mobile devices or figuring something else out with that.
Yeah, my plan is to be front and center as much as we can and be available at these shows. I know in Detroit we'll be doing an in-booth demo, so we'll have a whole bunch of people come by. We'll be able to go live during that as well to include viewers in that live demo. So got a lot of really cool stuff on deck for this year. I'm really excited. Plus, Bo and I have been talking about our short form content, how we're going to be able to do like quick touch base in between live streams, bringing you some new fresh content in 25 or 26.
We're relaunching Vine.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? I miss Vine so much. I really do. I feel like TikTok got too big. It was too long form. When it was short form, 30 seconds, like even that was a long time.
Yeah.
Man, Vine was great. Oh, speaking of things in the news, I guess it's time for everybody's favorite new segment.
Everybody's favorite news segment, the news segment.
The news segment. What's news? This is kind of wild. Bo and I were talking about this earlier, but I think everybody in the drone space is aware of some of the changes on Capitol Hill from the FCC having to do with foreign-made drones. And chief among those, I think the most recognizable brand of all of them would probably be DJI. And to see articles written about this, like it's a lot of just the same information. A lot of it is a lot of jargon in the actual industry jargon, a lot of political speak. I found an article written for Vice.com. And for the uninitiated, Vice, I used to be one of my favorite publications because they kind of went a little bit more pop culture angle with it. Coming from a background of, being in like the alcohol industry, they talk about a lot of that kind of stuff, a lot of fringe things. It's very zeitgeisty. And to see something from our industry written in a publication like that, I think is pretty fascinating. No matter where you stand on the political spectrum, to see something from our world make it into something more pop like this is fascinating. And the take in the article is, I think it's an interesting one. I don't know that they're wrong or right, but calling out lobbyists, calling out brand perception, and then looking at the comments on social media that went along with the post itself. Most of them pretty negative about the decision because they do believe in the quality of it, and they're not restricting what is already owned or in the marketplace.
It's just anything new.
It seems like anything new, and honestly, it does seem like it is blocking more competition than actual safety. Like, I understand a safety. I get it. But I agree, Stu. I think it seems bad for the industry. It seems, I don't know, a little monopolistic.
Yeah,
you hate to see that.
Now, it just reminds me of the conversation I had with those gentlemen from Exponential, but I'm not going to hop into that on here. But it's one of those things where, I don't think removal of competition is the right play considering the way things are.
Sure.
I'm sure that there's some level of national security risk with it, but like at the same time, we're not openly at war with China. So like the removal of them specifically from the space is an interesting choice to me.
Yeah, I would think if it was truly something having to do with national security, there would be more than just a moratorium on new drones. I feel like there would be something in place
Yeah.
to counter the ones already in space because they make up what 80%
Yeah,
of drones in the space right now.
There's a stupid amount of DJI drones, and that's because nobody's making a similar quality outside of China.
Sure. Well,
like,
and
at that price point, yeah, like
right.
It's one of those things where there's a lot of things that factor in, is all. But yeah, I personally think it's a silly thing to do.
I do as well, and I think we're in the majority there, looking at what the court of public opinion kind of frames this in.
That's what you were talking about. You were telling me earlier about the Facebook post about how people are livid.
I think it's why, and to me, honestly, it's twofold. Number one, it's awesome to see something from our world enter into the main conversation, and to see the public perception be so similar to how we feel, like rich competition, availability for as many people as possible beyond price point. Stu coming in, refuting an industry leader because whiny voice, we can't compete with their lead in the industry. I agree. I think it kind of calls out that fist clenched foot stomp that you get from really lobbying bodies saying like, we don't want that.
Yeah,
we don't want them in our space. And I think it's just neat to see it come up in of all places, a Vice article written by Louis Prada, who's a pretty good journalist on there. I've read several of their articles. So, and then just calling it out for what it is, which is kind of BS. I thought it was fascinating. So if you haven't, check out that article. We'll probably put our own thoughts together in a similar fashion with our UST space. Something else in the news, but thought that was pretty newsworthy.
Yep, that is true. We have other news as well. If you're ready to hop topics,
please.
We have brought on a new person.
New blood in Zephyr Space and Little Arm Studios.
Indeed.
Who did we get?
Who
did we summon?
We have summoned from the ether Greg Grimsby. He's been in the game dev space for a long time. He actually was the teacher of quite a few of the people that work at the company. I believe he was a 3D modeling teacher when I sat in on some of his classes.
This was at George Mason?
Yes, at George Mason University. So like to give a warm welcome to Greg Grimsby to the Zephyr
welcome
team.
Aboard, Grimsby. Absolutely.
Zephyr and Little Arms team. Can't just lump him only into Zephyr. But
true.
For sure. It is exciting.
Is it Mr., Doctor, Professor?
That is an excellent question. I do not know I don't know the correct nomenclature, which is why I'm saying.
Want to make sure they get the correct, the respect that they're due.
That's why I'm just saying his name. I assume.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, welcome aboard. I've heard nothing but glowing things from everybody. Mostly at Extra Life when it started that conversation. So really excited to have them aboard, and again, just making our content within the simulator that much more.
Stu said our number of Gregs has doubled.
It is. We have double Gregs now. So many Gregs.
Oops, all Gregs.
Oops, all Gregs. I gotta tell you, Greg T.
Yeah.
Probably one of the sneakiest funny people I've ever heard. Absolutely loved getting to know Greg while we were in Vegas a little bit. Absolutely cracked me up. So
that was super great for the whole team. I'm glad that we had everybody out.
Absolutely. That was fun.
CUAV. I don't know. Like Josh said, I genuinely don't know how we would have handled that kind of traffic if we hadn't all been there.
Right? It was so busy, but what a really cool thing from the recap of this year. Like, really enjoyed having the whole team there. Everybody showed up, everybody showed out.
Yep.
It was great.
Got to figure out if we're doing it again this upcoming year or what.
Well, I think that just depends on how much reach you and I get.
Hopefully
a lot.
I'm shipping everybody to Michigan this year. Nobody's going to
right.
Vegas.
Enjoy Michigan in May or June. Is it May or June?
It's May.
Yeah. It'll be great. Who doesn't love Detroit in May? I'm sure it's beautiful. Really excited to have GG help with getting the performance of Zephyr back into the clouds. Heck yeah. We are too. That's going to be great. Speaking of things like updates and enhancements, I was speaking with Josh, who we all met on stream a little while back.
Josh.
And ourselves prepared for that new release schedule. So starting next quarter is when we have our intake period for all things stream enhancement, new scenarios, rejuvenations, whatever. And then we'll have that release in Q2. And then after that release, do our next intake. And at the end of that quarter, another release. So we'll be on that quarterly clip of taking in items, working on those, releasing, and then starting over again. So we'll be on a really good cycle. Because we got hung up a couple times this year, and the things that we put in place, efficiencies, that should be going away. So that's really cool. I'm excited to see that get going, and be able to keep our viewers and our folks on socials informed of what's coming up, what's getting completed, and start teasing some really neat stuff that we've got in store for 26.
Yep, it is going to be super neat to have that kind of structure in place.
For sure.
And, it's one of those things where it's just going to streamline what we already do well. So getting, everybody working in tandem, whether it's, our sales guys putting what they hear like out in the field into our list to see, make sure the things that people are really clamoring for get, brought to the forefront.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot of really neat things in store, and excited to share more of them. Of note, there will still be hot fixes and small patches, but the content process schedule is getting overhauled. That's also good to know. There will be some little bits here and there, like we're not just going to let stuff ride for a whole quarter without fixing things. Like, we'll still have our finger on the pulse and getting that stuff cleared up and fixed as we go, as things arise.
For sure.
Yeah, really good point, Stuart. Appreciate that. Absolutely. Well, it is New Year's Eve. We don't want to keep everybody for too terribly long. I'm sure everybody's got stuff to go and do and hit up. We do want to thank everybody for an amazing year at Zephyr and Little Arms. Me personally, going into my first full year at the company, I'm excited. I'm pumped for what's to come. Knowing what we've got as far as exposure and lead generation and the hard work that goes into this place day in, day out, I couldn't be more. I'm looking forward to 26 for sure.
I am pretty jazzed on it. I am looking forward to the absolute mad dash nightmare that is scheduling all the shows.
Right.
Like, most of it's already scheduled, but now the hard start stuff comes on, which is setup and tear down plus travel and the hotels and all that jazz that makes the second half of my job so fun.
It's a lot of moving parts, but you do it well. You do it with grace. And just like before, it seems like everybody gets there, gets home safe, and that's all that matters. That's what we hope for all of our clients and employees going into the year.
That is all that matters.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Well, again, thank you everybody for coming along with us this year and going through these growing pains with us while we hammer this stuff down. Uh, more to come, more exciting stuff, more releases, more updates, more scenarios, more drones, and more of us in the space itself. So be on the lookout. Bo, any other parting thoughts? Anything that I've missed?
Don't get too drunk.
Please drink responsibly. Try and stay off the roads, especially if you have anything to drink, and make sure it's so much less expensive to call an Uber. Amazing. We can call strangers from the internet, summon them to take us home now.
Yeah.
So rely on that. Be safe out there. Be careful. Be kind to one another. It's a whole new year, and yeah, we'll see you on the other side.
Oh, hang on. I'm going to transition to the ending soon screen.
I love it. This is so cool.
Please hold.
Holding. And excitedly anticipatory.
Oh man, that's so cool. It's so hard not to play with all the buttons.
We're so technologically advanced.
All right.
There it goes.
Be good to each other. Bye.
So cool. Bye.